Okay, guys, this is the size that I went with, and got wheel bearings and seals so I can put the hub back together. Hey, Murmur. Just be careful, guys. Hubs are really sharp. Okay, got it pretty clean, and I'm going to try and use the MAPP gas to heat her up to drop the races back in. I know this works for the torch, but I've never tried to use MAPP gas, so we'll see how it does. Okay, races are all in. Let's just say the MAPP gas is not the same as having a torch. At work, I can drop them right in. With the MAPP gas, you have to tap them in a little bit. But it makes it a whole lot easier to install them. Well, after searching for damn near 2 hours for my paint I bought last weekend, I finally found it and I've got them all painted up. Races are in. It's time to load the bearing packer. Dad just asked me, why are you painting all this stuff up? No one's going to see it. And all I can say is I'm painting it up for me. It's the best answer I could come up with. Painting it up for me. Okay, time to get dirty. Get this thing filled up with some grease and let's get the wheel bearings packed. Trying to figure out how this one works. Got some grease in there. I pushed down on that and it started squirting up. That screws down for some reason. The ones that work don't do that, but we'll figure her out. Okay, this one you screw the handle on and you push down and the grease comes out. It's kind of slick. Well, I can say my hands are a whole lot less greasy after packing these bearings. The whole thing works pretty good. I got them pumped through. I just got to coat them with some grease and throw it back in there. When I pack my wheel bearings, I want to get them all packed good and fill the hub with grease. It's a little messy right now, but it's all good. Now when you put your seals in, you don't want to hit them straight down. You want to try and tap them in on the edge. That's the strongest part of the seal. You hit it straight down and they'll dent. If you can tap them down most of the way on the edge, and then you can tap them all the way in. That's the trick to putting seals in. Just saying. Okay, got my inner bearings in and seals. I should have put the studs in already. So, that's what I'm going to do now. Took the old drums and I'll use those to have a spot to put the hubs on and drive the new studs in. I wish I had a garage to work in, but I don't. So I'm out in the driveway. At least I have air. I should have waited a couple days, let the paint cure, but it's got studs in now. Alright guys, got the hub back on. Now I just gotta find the locking nuts and torque it down. Okay, so the first one that goes on is the one with little, I guess, tit. And you have a locking ring, and then you have a lock nut. So that's the first one you put on and you torque down. And then you adjust that to where the locking ring fits on that little tit, and then you lock this one down to lock it all up. And that's the socket you use. I'm going to try and get Dad to hold the camera since I don't have my stand yet. Okay guys, gonna have Dad hold the camera.
Can I hold it like that?
Yeah, it's recording.
And up a little higher.
Okay.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to show everybody how to set wheel bearings. I got brand new wheel bearings in here. So you're going to want to torque them down, and you got to spin it to get the wheel bearing grease out and get the bearing set. It's cold out here, so it's not turning so good. Make sure it's good and tight. Rock it around, spin it around.
Well, you're only tightening one nut, right?
Yes. And then you want to back it off. And then you want to get it right at that sweet spot where it's not tight, but not loose.
Do you have some kind of cotter key that you lock it in place?
Yes, there's a lock washer that you have to put in.
I see.
Wait.
Did you buy the hubs from a junkyard?
I got them from a guy in Texas.
Was he advertising them, or?
Nope. I found them on Facebook. And then there's a lock ring. That's holes, so you gotta make sure that that little tit that was on that first one lines up with the holes. A little loose is better than tight.
I see.
So let's see where we're at.
Well, what part of the wheel came loose? It was the hub nuts, right, that came off?
The other side is the lug nuts.
When the wheel came off while you were driving, that was lug nuts.
Yep, lug nuts came off.
You have 5 lug nuts.
Yep. Oh, I'm probably getting this lock in there. That should be on the top side.
There's a guy skating down the road.
Yep.
Skateboard.
Yep. And square groove is on the bottom side on this one. Most of them are Right, so that's what I'm gonna try.
Maybe I should be closer so it's bigger.
Yeah. Let me see, it's gotta move. I'm moving.
That's a fluffy tail.
I got her locked in. Struggle is real. This is not great. Bring it. Doesn't want to hit on. Locking ring.
And this is a four-wheel drive.
It is.
Now, when you said, I think it was a 64 had 8 lug nuts.
Half tons have 5 lug nuts.
And if it's a four-wheel drive, does it make a difference?
No. 5 lug nuts for a half ton, 8 lug nuts for a 3/4 ton. Okay. I got the locking nut on there. Alright. Right. I appreciate it.
That's